Hello again, and welcome to the second part of my tutorial on how to create NFT using Cardano CLI for Windows. So in this part of our tutorial, we are now going to mint our NFT. So by now you should have prepared all the necessary keys and other templates that we will be using, which were demonstrated in the first segment of this tutorial. Now, the first step is to create a draft transaction. But before we do that, let's again check our token.csv file if it contains all the necessary values we need to pass on to Cardano CLI. Now, this command will extract all the contents of the token.csv file. And the first column is our payment address assigned to variable I, and then the policy ID assigned to variable J. Then next is the token name in base16 format. Then the number of NFTs we are going to mint. And then the transaction hash ID and index. So everything is in place. We can now actually use this command to generate our raw transaction file. All right, but before we do that, remember in my previous tutorial, in this first part of this tutorial, I mentioned that the minimum amount of ADA tokens you need to attach to the transaction when minting an NFT is 1.4 ADA token. So we are going to use this value, this minimum value, in our UTxO parameter. And also the time to live, remember in our policy script file, we updated the slot number and added 100,000 on top of the existing one in the network. So we are going to use this as well in our parameter as the time to live. All right. So that's it. When you run this command, you may see an output like this one. It says minimum required UTxO is Lovelace, blah blah blah. So if you see this message, you need to copy the minimum required Lovelace and replace the 1.4 ADA tokens that we specified here. But if it's correct and you didn't see this output, you may see an output such as this one. The estimated transaction fee is Lovelace, this one. So that's fine for now, because we are no longer going to use the transaction fee. We are no longer calculating the change because we are using the change address parameter, which means that if there's a change in the ADA tokens or Lovelace, it will be sent back to the change address specified here, which is, if you look at the command, we are simply passing the payment address to this parameter. So let's try this out and see what the output is. All right, so it says here the estimated transaction fee is Lovelace 191945, which means we have entered the correct minimum attachment, which is 1.4 ADA token. So now we are going to skip this step and proceed with the signing of our transaction. So use this command to sign our raw transaction file. So that's it, it's signed, and we proceed with the final step, which is to submit the transaction to the blockchain and actually mint our NFT. Transaction submitted successfully. All right, so congratulations. We have now successfully minted our very first NFT. So let's wait for a few seconds, and then we are going to check again our payment address for the UTxO, the latest UTxO, which will contain now our NFT. So let's try this command and query our payment address for the latest UTxOs. Alright, so as you can see, we have a new UTxO here. It's actually the same as the original transaction hash ID that we used, but this time the index is now 1. So the attached added tokens that we submitted was sent back to our payment address. And of course, the original source was deducted by the transaction fee and sent back to us. And then here is now our NFT. So the quantity is 1, and then the policy ID, and of course the policy name or the token name in base 16 format. So that's it, guys. It looks like we have just minted and received our very first NFT. So what is now the next step? And of course, the next step that you would want to do at this point in time, I know you are very excited now to check or view your NFT online. So there's a website here called pool.pm/tokens, which you can use to verify your NFT, or view the image of your NFT. But you can only do that after the transaction has been submitted to the blockchain. So let's check out this website if it can already browse our NFT. So here is the website that you can use to verify if your NFT has been minted and submitted to the blockchain. So what you can do on the search bar is type the name of your asset or NFT, which in my case I use learn Cardano. So here it is. Just click on the image and you will see the image file, the description that we used, and the ID number. So congratulations, you just minted your very first NFT. And if you want to support my work, any amount of added donations will be highly appreciated, or you can simply just subscribe to my channel and share my videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my succeeding tutorials. Bye bye.